Now, Chief Justice David Maraga is refuting claims by Interior Cabinet Secretary Fred Matiangi that a section of judges are colluding with the opposition and activist lawyers. Speaking in Nairobi after opening this year's annual East African Court of Justice Conference, the Chief Justice advised the government to appeal against any decision it feels dissatisfied. They are dissatisfied with, rather.
It was the annual East African Court of Justice Conference, the first event graced by Chief Justice David Maraga, since Interior Cabinet Secretary Fred Matiangi claimed that a section of the judiciary had been held captive by the opposition. And here, Maraga sought to set the record right.
It is not true that any judges have been captured by the opposition, as it is being said. It is the orders they are issuing in the normal course of business, and they could make mistakes in those orders. They could make mistakes in those orders. And what we are saying is, if there are mistakes that have been made, let there be an appeal.
When on Tuesday he appeared before the National Assembly's Committee on Administration and National Security, Dr. Matiangi took issue with some judicial officers whom he claimed were keen on embarrassing and stalling the government.
It is about a clique of judicial officers who have gotten into an unholy relationship with a clique of activist lawyers and oppositionist civil society people, with the intention of humiliating the government, stalling the government, embarrassing the government, and making it impossible for the government to perform.
We had quite a number of cases that came to court. We ruled in favor of the government, we ruled in favor of, against the government, we ruled in favor of the position, we ruled against the opposition. Quite a number of those matters came and we dealt with them on the basis of the evidence that was there.
Although the Chief Justice refused to respond to claims that a single activist has been issued with over 30 court orders against the government, saying the matter was still live in court, he nonetheless observed that no judge chooses to handle any case except that matters are taken up by judges on duty.
Some of those matters go to a particular division. We have the Judicial Review Division, we have the Constitutional Division. That's where they are dealt with, and invariably you find they're being dealt with by the same judges.
Remarks by the Chief Justice follow those by Raila Odinga, who in his statement castigated Dr. Matiangi for disrespecting the judiciary.
And I'm appealing to the young man to put on some brakes. We have been around for some time and we have seen some of the serious then ministers who are close to the power or to power. They are no longer again close to power.
On his part, activist Okiom Tata has termed Matiangi's conduct before Parliament as disrespectful.
It is really, really saddening that a man of Matiangi's caliber, a man who at one time was teaching my books at the University of Nairobi, in particular the play Luanda Magere during his literature classes, should degenerate just because he has tested some power to a level whereby he thinks that he's a small god, some tin god to be worshipped.
Niliona anasomea wabunge. Hiyo kamati hata sijui ni kamati gani, wanakaa wanaangalia Matiangi anawasomea. Huyo jamaa amemea pembe.
Even though the Chief Justice has sought to set the record right regarding the perception the government has about the judiciary, it remains to be seen if it will inspire confidence among politicians and government officers and indeed the public. Shadrach Miti.